The eye in the darkness. People say I am mad. They whisper it behind my back. They look at me with fear, as if I have lost my mind. But I tell you now, I was never mad. My senses were sharper than anyone's. I could hear things others could never imagine. I heard the smallest movements, the quietest breaths, even sounds that seemed to come from places beyond this world. And that is how I knew. It was the old man's eye. The old man had never harmed me. He had always been kind. I had no desire for his money, no anger toward him. But his eye, that strange pale eye, watched me. It was cold, empty, like the eye of a creature waiting for its prey. Every time it looked at me, a chill ran through my body. I could not escape it. I could not live with it. So I made a decision. I would remove the eye forever. For 7 nights I entered his room at midnight, slowly, silently, like a shadow. I opened the door just enough to see him sleeping. I carried a small lamp hidden under a cloth, allowing only the tiniest beam of light to escape. But every night, his eye was closed, and I could not do it, because it was not the old man I wanted. It was the eye. Then came the 8th night. I moved more carefully than ever before. My hand touched the door. Slowly it opened. But suddenly, the old man sat up. "Who's there?" I froze. The room was silent. He could not see me, he could not hear me, but somehow he knew. I waited. Minutes passed. Then I heard it. A quiet sound, a tiny rhythm, a heartbeat. At first it was soft, almost impossible to notice, but it grew louder, and louder, and louder. The old man was afraid, and that fear filled me with power. I lifted the cloth from my lamp. The light fell across his face, and there it was, the eye, wide open, watching me. I could no longer control myself. I rushed forward, the room filled with his fear, and then silence. The heartbeat stopped. The eye would never trouble me again. I worked quickly, carefully. I hid every piece of evidence beneath the floorboards. When I finished, there was no sign that anything had happened. No one would ever know. Also, I thought. A knock came at the door. The police. A neighbor had heard a scream. But I was calm. I welcomed them inside. I showed them the house. I let them search everywhere. I was so confident that I even invited them to sit in the very room where the secret was hidden. Under the floor, right beneath us. We talked. They smiled. I smiled. Everything was perfect. Until I heard it. A sound, soft, slow, a heartbeat. I tried to ignore it, but it grew stronger, louder. The officers continued talking. How could they not hear it? They knew. They were pretending. The sound became unbearable. My own fear betrayed me. I shouted, "Stop pretending! I did it! The body is under the floor!" The room became silent. The officers stared, and I finally understood. The sound was never coming from beneath the floor. It was coming from inside me. My guilt had a voice, and it had finally spoken.